This is lesson 6.1 and 6.3, sequences and patterns solving with functions. A sequence is an ordered list of numbers or geometric figures. A function is a connection between two amounts. Each number in a sequence is called a term. An example of a sequence would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and you're adding 2 to each term. This is an example of a function. Now what you have to do is try to find the relationships between the y numbers. So if you look at 0 and 0, nothing happens. If you look at 1 and 2, you could be adding 2 or multiplying 2. If you look at 2 and 4, you could be multiplying 4 or adding by 4. But if you look at 3 and 6, if you add 2 to 3, you get 5. So it's not plus 2, it's you're multiplying by 2. So then if you plug in 4 as the next one, you'll get 8.
Example 1 is to find the next shape in the sequence. So you would have to look at each shape, and each shape in the sequence has a certain amount of sides. So the triangle has 1, 2, 3. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a square. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would be a pentagon. So the next one would end up being a 6-sided figure. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would be just a hexagon. So it would be a 6-sided figure and a hexagon. Example 2 is the next term in the sequence again. It's really similar to the shapes, but it's just the numbers. So the sequence is 2, 4, 8, and 16. And when you think about it, you can't add 2 to all of them because it wouldn't be equal. So, because 2 plus 2 is 4, but 4 plus 2 is 6, not 8. So you have to think, what is multiplied by 2 to get 4? So 2 times 2 would be 4. Now, is it similar to 4 and 8? 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So you can figure out now that this term, the sequence, is being multiplied. Each number is being multiplied by 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 would be 16 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So the answer in the next term of the sequence would be 32.
This is example 3. Find the correct functions for the points given. X is 2, 4, 6, 8, and Y is 12, 22, 32, and 42. So basically what you have to do for this is plug it in. So we're going to plug in A to see if that's the answer. So the question is, number A is my bad, 2x plus 1. So we're just going to plug in the numbers. So over here, the number is 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's plug in 2 to x. So 2 times 2 plus 1. And it has to equal 12. So let's see if it works. 2 times 2 is 4. And you add 1 equals 12. 4 plus 1 is 5. So it's not equal to 12. So A is not the answer. So let me just erase this really quickly. The next one is 5x plus 2. 5x plus 2. So a number, and it has to equal y. So the next number is 2 again. We're just going to use 2 again. So 5 times 2 plus 2 equals, and the y is 12. So 5 times 2 plus 2 equals 12. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 equals, and then you add 10 plus 2. 12 equals 12. So that does work. So for this one, B is the answer. So obviously C and D are not the answer. So let's go to the next slide. Example 4. So now I have to do example 4. So the problem is y equals 5x plus 7. And the table that you can see has the x and y coordinates. So the x coordinates are 2, 3, 4, and 5. We don't know the y coordinate set. So we have to transport the x coordinates into the problem so we can solve it. So the first problem we're going to do is the 2, so we can solve. So y equals 5x plus 7. So now let's put 2 into this coordinate. So y equals 5 times 2. So you see we change the x into 2. So you plus 7. 5 times 2 equals 10 plus 7. So 10 plus 7 equals 17. Y equals 17. So the answer for this will be 17. You see how I did that? Yeah, okay. So let's go to the next one. So we have to plug in 3. Let me just erase. So it's going to be y equals 5 times 3 plus 7. So now it's not 2 anymore, it's 3. So 5 times 3 is 15 plus 7. And that equals, of course, y. So 15 plus 7 equals 22. And that is what y equals. So the answer is 22. So 3 equals 22. Now let's plug in 4 to the equation. It's going to be y equals 5 times 4 plus 7. 5 times 4 equals 20 plus 7 equals y. So 20 plus 7 equals 27. So y equals 27. So for 4, we just have to put 27. So it's just adding 7 to each. So yeah. Now let's plug in 5. So let's just plug in y equals 5 times 5 plus 7. So y equals 5 times 5 equals 25 plus 7. Y equals 25 plus 7 equals 32. So the answer for 5 is 32. So this is how you got your table, and yeah, that's the answer.
This is the Fibonacci sequence, and the Fibonacci sequence is kind of hard to tell. If you look at this sequence, you like each number in each term added together equals the next term. So 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 5 plus 8 equals 13, and so on. And if you can't see the pattern of multiplication or addition in any other sequence, test to see if they've used the Fibonacci sequence. So to do that, like say you were given 2, 3, 5, 8, try to add 2 and 3 together, and if you get 5, it's a Fibonacci sequence. So adding the last two terms, 21 and 13, The next number in the Fibonacci sequence would be 34. You'll need to know this on the NJ Ask. So practice it, and yeah. Bye.